Hi, this is Jess from Medusa Tarot. We'll be doing a planetary reading for you today. Let's see which planet would like to send you a message. I do have Chiron and Lilith in here as well, so they might jump out and look who's here. It's Lilith. Okay. What do we need to stand up for? Where do we need to take that dark feminine energy of Lilith and take action in our life, stand up to something, okay? Lilith, if you don't know where your Lilith is, there's Lilith calculators online, very easy to find. So just as an example, this is easy for me to explain. My Lilith is in Aquarius, and I am very much known for if I'm outside and I see something happening to somebody, whether it be a homeless person, a child, an elderly person, anybody, I am the first person without even thinking to stand up. I am not a silent bystander. I will, without even thinking of the repercussions to myself, I've done it many times, jump to action and help people. Okay. Even if I'm putting myself in a bad situation. So with Lilith and Aquarius, I really have a strong response if I see people outside in the world, in my daily experiences, being mistreated. I don't tolerate it. Okay. So depending on where Lilith is in your chart, this might be something that you already are active with, or it might be something that you feel like you want to be active with, but you don't know how to cultivate it, or cultivate the courage, perhaps. Okay. So we'll see what Lilith has to say. So I'm going to grab 2 zodiac cards and I'll explain how we work with these here. All right. Speaking of courage, Leo just came out here. Leo and Gemini. Okay. So with Leo here, we may need courage in ourselves, right? Because Leo's ruled by the sun and standing out, putting yourself out there. Maybe you have creative talents that you want to put out there, and maybe you need to defend yourself a little bit to do that, right? With Gemini, it's your communication. Okay. Mercury ruled. So is there something that you want to learn about, know more about, communicate about that you feel that you can't? Okay. This can also be that this starts for you in Gemini season and goes through Leo season. We might need to take on some of the energy of Gemini and Leo. We'll see when the cards come out how I can connect that. All right. But Gemini and Leo are here with Lilith. All right. Spirit. I already cleansed and shuffled and cut the deck, so we're good to go here. What is the message you would like to send us, Lilith? Two more cards. I am new here on YouTube, so if you are watching, thank you. I know sometimes people are a little hesitant to watch new readers, so I appreciate you. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're starting here with the High Priestess. Okay. And with Lilith, we really need to trust our intuition and our internal guidance. All right. There's something important about the High Priestess. Okay. And she's moon energy. First of all, we, especially in this situation and whatever's going on, the answers are not outside of you. The answers are within you. Okay. And that doesn't mean you can't talk to people and pass ideas around, but the High Priestess sits in silence. Okay. She doesn't speak. All right. She goes within. All of the answers are within her, and she trusts her ability to discern and process information to come up with a clear answer. Okay. What feels right to her. So what feels like what you should be doing, or what feels like who you are? What feels like you're certain about this? Okay. We need to trust that and go with it. okay? Because you have the answers, all right? But you might be resistant to trusting yourself right now. And the High Priestess is here with Lilith to say, oh no, it's time for you to trust yourself and your inner knowing. The answers are not outside of you. The answers are within you. And it's time to sit down with yourself and go within and maybe look at some harsh truths, right? Lilith doesn't fear harsh truths. The High Priestess doesn't fear harsh truths, all right? But it's time to go within to find those answers, okay? We have to have our courage in communicating even with ourselves, all right? And now we have this here is the Five of Cups. This is Mars in Scorpio, and today is the Scorpio full moon when I'm recording this. Happy full moon to you. So this is a Mars card, okay? We have somebody processing their grief, and they're stagnant. They're just sitting there ruminating about the situation, about what caused the grief, okay? So instead of going within, right, to really cultivate your inner knowing, we're using our energy here to grieve. Now, grief is necessary, but it's not a place that we should stay. And especially with this card, because this is a card of Mars. Mars in Scorpio. Take action towards your transformation. Okay? So, yes, we want to process things that happen to us that cause us grief, but we need to allow ourselves a certain amount of time to do that. And then with that Mars energy, we need to take action to move forward and transform, okay, in Scorpio, like I said. So if you've been sitting on something too long, ruminating over the hurt and the pain, and why'd they do that to me? Why did this happen? Okay. It's not helping you move forward. It's not helping you take action. It's not helping you with your transformation. And the other important thing with the High Priestess here is to realize that when things happen that hurt us, it is not time to think, why did they do that to me? Okay? The answer is, for you, is how do I heal? Why am I around relationships that hurt me? Why do I stay there and stagnate over them? All of the healing and all of the answers that you need are within you. Okay? They're not in healing another person or figuring another person out. It's all about you. Okay? That's the only place that your actions actually make changes. Yes, we can help people. We can be there as a support system. But if somebody doesn't want to heal, you're not going to make them. The only person you have control over is you. Okay? So most of your energy should go into healing yourself. All right? And then you can offer other people in the healed state the help. But don't give people the help that you should be giving yourself. And here we have this Two of Swords, the moon in Libra, in our relationships. Where do we not want to see the shadow aspects? Okay, where are we not seeing things clearly? Where are we being deceived by other people and deceiving ourselves? To the point that we can't make clear decisions, right? Is it me? Is it them? Did I say something? Is there somebody else involved? I don't know. So now I'm just sitting here holding myself in this position because I can't make a decision. Okay? Well, you can make a decision because the High Priestess is here. That energy is here to support you. And all the answers you need are inside of you. Lilith is saying, stop focusing on other people. Focus on yourself. Stand up for yourself. Okay? Even if you have to stand up to yourself to help yourself. Stand up for yourself. Okay. I'm going to get 3 more cards for information on this situation, and then we'll start asking some questions. Okay. 3 more cards, please, Spirit. Please give us more information about this situation. So here we have the Two of Wands. Okay. This is Mars in Aries. Again, another Mars card. So with Lilith here, it's time to take action for sure. All right. She's saying Mars energy, we need to do something. So what do we need to do? We don't need to sit here and stagnate, unsure of, do we go left or right? Is it me or them? Right? That's the Libra energy, the me and the we. This is the me. Aries. Libra is the we. Take action for yourself. Stop worrying about the we so much. When you're the fullest version of yourself, you will attract people that are the fullest version of themselves, that don't leave you in this limbo. All right? Time to focus on the me and take action. What ignites your fire? What are you passionate about? What makes you happy? What pushes you towards your growth? Okay? All the things here with this world in their hand, all the possibilities are there for you. Anything in the world is possible for you. Okay? But you have to put your energy into that and take action. All right? The wands are all about growth. It's all about our energy. Where do we direct it? What do we want to grow into? What are we passionate about? Focus on yourself and not other people. Lilith is saying it's time. All right? And then we have another card of the moon. Moon in Taurus. Okay? What are our fears around safety and security, and how does that affect our relationships being reciprocal? Okay? If you're being submissive or fearful or even confrontational out of fear of safety in your relationships, okay, that's what's reciprocated back to you. If you are open and feel safe and secure, then that's what's reciprocated back to you. But there's fear here around our security with the moon card. There's some unknown, okay, that spirit is saying, Lilith is saying we need to release. Because at the end of the day, that safety and security, again, is not outside of you. That's within you. You create that for yourself, and then everything else in your life reflects that. All right? If you're secure and safe and stable going into a relationship, then that is the type of relationship that you have. If you go in feeling lesser or not confident about yourself, with Leo there, or having negative communication with yourself about yourself with that Gemini there, okay, well, that feeds into your relationship. And that's the type of reciprocity that you have in your relationship, right? With the Pentacles here, then the relationship becomes ungrounded, and we're giving and receiving in these weird ways that have desperation and fear wrapped around them. Okay? We don't want that. We're not doing that anymore. And here's the moon. The moon. The moon. The moon. The moon. The moon. What are we afraid of? Because that's what's holding you back. Okay? Are there aspects of yourself that you're not ready to confront, or that you don't really want to reveal to yourself? Okay? The High Priestess is here saying, let's sit down. Let's reveal these. I'll be here with you. I support you. Lilith will support you. Find your courage and your ability to stand up for yourself through that. Okay? You have two strong feminine energies supporting you here. Use them. Take advantage of them. Oh, my dog's barking. We have the dog barks. The cat will walk in front of the camera. This is just what happens here, unfortunately. So we need to confront our moon energy, okay? And look into the depths, look into the shadows. Let these secrets that we have about ourselves with ourselves, right? Let them crawl out of the depths. Let's look at them, because we can't change what we don't acknowledge. And all of us have shadow energy. All of us have fears. None of us get out of this lifetime without them. So let's just confront them. Let's just acknowledge them and see how we can change them into things that have been holding us back and stagnant, right? In the Five of Cups. and move them into things that help us become grounded and aware of ourselves. Okay? Let's see. Spirit, what challenges may we have along the way here? 3 cards, please. Two more cards. Okay. Challenges, all swords. So our mind, that little Gemini there, right? The first challenge we're going to have is with the Queen of Swords. Okay? That's our feminine air energy. Okay? Because she likes to be a little cut off from emotion. I love the Queen of Swords. I don't look at her as harsh. Okay? I know a lot of people do. I don't see her that way because logical thinking is very, very necessary, especially when we're dealing with emotional situations. Okay? But if we're using our logical thinking to emotionally bypass the things that we need to deal with, especially in our moon energy, not good. Okay? We need a balance of all the energies in order to be working at our highest vibration. Okay? So we need to remember the qualities of the Queen of Swords that help us, not hinder us. Okay? So when you're wrapped up in something that feels emotionally overwhelming, it's great to go into logical thought to help you move forward. But we can't do that to the point that we cut off the emotional healing that we need to do. Okay? So if you see that you're doing that, remind yourself, okay, now this is getting a little too brain-based here, and I do have some emotions I need to deal with. Okay? It's all about the balance here. And this queen, she wears this crown of butterflies. She does have the ability to transform with her words and transform even for herself the way that she thinks. Okay? So even though this is a challenge, the potential is there. Okay? That we start using our mind in ways to transform the way we think about our situations and even ourselves. Okay? And this guy, this little guy, the 7 of Swords, the moon in Aquarius, the moon in Taurus, the moon in Libra, the moon, the high priestess, the moon. The moon is all over this with dark moon Lilith. Okay, so we have some emotional moon things to figure out. Okay, but with this card, what we want to work on, because this is the challenge, is first of all, for me, this is a card of being susceptible to gaslighting. Okay. Gaslighting yourself or allowing other people to gaslight you. We need to cut that out right away. You're in the high priestess energy here. You know what is real and what isn't. Don't let people disillusion you with the silly monkey and word salad and all the things that people do to jumble our mental state, okay? Make us confused so we can't make decisions, all right? This card here, this person is holding the 5 of Swords, okay? The 2 of Swords is left behind. For me, when I look at this card, there's somebody that keeps creating conflict, okay, around you. And it's making you stuck in this 2 of Swords energy. You can't make decisions because the confusion from the conflict leaves you in that stagnant energy. We need to take control of this, okay? We're not letting other people control the narrative anymore. We're the director of our own movie, all right? And we're going to sit in the director's chair. We're going to get into our Lilith energy, and we're going to say, no, I know what is real. I know what is happening. And I don't care how you try to put it in a nice package or make it digestible for me. I'm not accepting it anymore. Okay? Stand up for yourself. Don't let other people control the narrative, and don't let people gaslight you, and don't gaslight yourself because you don't want to see the truth about what a situation truly is. Okay? Don't be afraid of the truth. Okay? It's a challenge. The truth will set you free. Okay? Acknowledging what the realities are will set you free. Okay? Spirit wants to give you this clarity. Spirit wants to give you this truth, but they can't force feed it to you. You have to accept it. And even if it's not the result you think you want right now, I'm pretty certain that down the road you will see that this was a gift. Okay? A gift. That it saved you from a lot of difficulty in the future. All right? So instead of prolonging the situation to avoid it, okay, let's accept the truth here. Okay? It's a gift. Okay, Spirit, what is the advice? 3 cards, please. Two more cards. All right. We have here the 8 of Cups. This is Saturn in Pisces. What's the message here? Spirit is saying very clearly, if you structure your relationships and set boundaries in your relationships, especially from the beginning, you won't have to walk away from them because they're emotionally unfulfilling and disappointing. Okay? Right from the start, have boundaries. Right from the start, have in your mind what the ideal relationship is for you and start structuring it that way. Don't let other people control the narrative. Okay? And then you don't have to leave things behind. Then you don't have to walk away. All right? Emotionally affected, emotionally upset, emotionally disappointed in that 5 of Cups. Okay? If we start things from the beginning in a structured way, then they have a better chance of surviving. Okay? And the problem is that yes, we can go back and fix things later, but a lot of times that's the path of more what's the word I'm looking for? The path of more resistance. Okay? Because once you've been in a relationship with somebody for 3 years and you've set the tone that they can do things the way they want, they can cause conflict and manipulate you and make you go stagnant and unable to make decisions, they're probably not going to want to change that 3 years later because you've already been telling them it's okay. So we need to stand up for ourselves from the beginning. We need to be courageous from the beginning. We need to communicate what we need from the beginning. Okay? This way we don't have to go back and try to change things. People don't like that. People don't like to change. Okay? Especially if they're the one that is doing the gaslighting. All right? Spirit here is saying, we want to bring you your highest passion. We want to bring you your highest optimism. We want to bring you the truth and clarity, right? That's going to come first. But once we can move past being, uncomfortable in this situation and making changes, there's so much potential for you. There's so much growth for you. There's so much optimism, okay? When you're free, your creativity is off the charts. Your joy is off the charts. It's all there for you, okay? We just have to get through this situation here and learn how to stand up for ourselves, okay? And standing up for yourself doesn't even have to contain a dialogue. It does contain action. You're going to have to move away from it. But if you're not confrontational and it's difficult for you to have words with someone, don't. Just get up and walk away. All right? It's all there. Here we have the sister card for me to the Seven of Swords. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. Venus in Aquarius. What is happening here? All this conflict and confrontation is taking away all of your ability to be creative, right? Venus in Aquarius, to have love and beauty and abundance, right? If we are letting ourselves sit with somebody else controlling the narrative, somebody else being the director of our movie, okay, then we lose our ability to see how many wonderful, beautiful things we have in our life, Venus, okay, that are within us, that we give, okay, that we can receive. So again, we have this person here. Now they're holding the Three of Swords, right? Creating that upset, that grief, that mental like overwhelm. Three of Swords is Saturn and Libra because we did not build the boundaries in our relationship from the beginning. So we're back to this Two of Swords, Moon and Libra. Okay? We've got to change the way we are behaving in our relationships from day one. Okay? If you're in a relationship that you think you can work on, then today is day one and start working on it today. But you've got to stand up for yourself. This is very important. I mean, it's crazy how this is all coming out in that there needs to be more structure. Saturn's very strong here. The moon is very strong here. Okay. I don't know why I put that there. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to advice from spirit. We're going to work on this. We're going to take control and not let people create Three of Swords situations for us that then leave our Two of Swords on the ground. Okay. If we can work on our challenges and if we can follow your advice, what is the potential outcome, Spirit? Two more cards, please. Okay. Okay. So here we have the Knight of Swords. All right. Which it is said that the knights are mutable signs. So this would be Gemini energy if that were the case. Okay. I don't necessarily always follow one thing 100%, but this can be Gemini energy. So now we're using our mind to take action. Okay. We're not sitting around and thinking, oh, what should I do? What about, well, what will they feel? Okay. No more. We're using our mind to get us out of the stagnation and charge forward. Okay. Do you think that this Knight of Swords is going to let someone hold them stagnant in their mind? No. This person could not be more sure of exactly where they're going and what they're doing. 100% sure. Okay. It's going to allow you to focus on your goals. And now you can use your mind to reach them. Okay. You are clear and you are in action here. Okay. This is like, that sacral chakra and throat chakra. Okay. You find your tribe, right? Knights don't work alone. Knights usually work with other knights when they go to battle, right? So you find your tribe, the communication is on point. You're all thinking the same way. You all understand each other. Everything is moving forward quickly. All right. We have a goal and we're going after it. And there's no hesitation. Okay. And here we have Saturn in Sagittarius. Okay, 10 of Swords. We're not burdening ourselves with other people's stuff anymore. We're not carrying the load for anybody else. So instead of using our 10 wands here to end us, like complete the cycle of our reaching our passions, reaching our goals, finding our growth and our potential and our optimism, right? We're not carrying it around like a load anymore for other people. We're going to focus on achieving that for ourselves. All right. Reaching our goals isn't going to feel like a burden anymore because we're rushing after it without any hesitation. We're not even going to stop to think that, oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? Right? We're going to put the burdens down. We're going to use our energy here more wisely. Okay. Carry our load in a different way so that we can put energy into our growth, energy into our creativity, energy into our passion. Okay. And creating that all around us in our life. We gotta change the way we're doing things, right? Because this is working harder, not smarter. So we're going to do the opposite of that. That's the potential outcome, is to work smarter, not harder. Okay. And here we have our hermit. Okay. And we're starting with the high priestess and ending with the hermit. Okay. That's pretty major. Okay. Very similar energies because both of them, work in silence and they work alone on themselves to find their answer. Okay. But this hermit is very clear about who they are, what they're capable of, what they offer, what they know about, especially with themselves. Okay. So we don't need anyone else to validate us anymore. We know who we are. Okay. And we don't need you to confirm that for us. Okay. The hermit doesn't need confirmation about his wisdom. He knows what he knows, and that's good enough for him. Okay. So we need to humbly, okay, move forward and know that this is a process that will teach us about ourselves in ways that allow us to have confidence in our wisdom, who we are, what we know about, like 100% beautiful, beautiful energy, because it's not, a little bit showboaty like a Leo. And I have my Venus in Leo, so I know a little bit about Leo energy. And I'm on the cusp of Leo and Virgo. So I get it. But this is just being at peace with yourself. Okay. When there's things about yourself like the moon energy that are hard for you to understand, you accept it. You accept yourself for being flawed and you understand it to the point that you can at this time. And as time goes on, if you can dig into that deeper, you do. But you accept it so that it's not something that you're judging yourself for and it's not holding you back and it doesn't become an insecurity. Okay? Beautiful. So anyway, I hope this reading resonated with you. I was saying reading and resonate at the same time. Again, I'm new here. If you would like to subscribe, what else do? We comment, we share, we hype now. So if you would like to do any of that to support this channel, I would be so grateful. I'm trying to learn all the tech stuff so that I can kind of get the readings out to you guys better and better, slowly but surely. Okay, I'm not much of a tech person, but thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you at the next reading. Thank you.